having trouble getting in.
Everyone, welcome for 2015. It has been a year. A couple of people are still going to be joining us in a few minutes, I hope. But we are gathered. Those who are watching at home know that you are sitting in this room with us. We are all together and all present. Right now, as we always do for our Zazen Kai every week, I will be entering and offering incense. You should be standing in Shashu. That's with your hands crossed in front of you like this. Unless you have a health reason, some folks need to sit, that's fine. After I offer incense, you will hear the bells. We will have 3 bows, followed by reciting the Heart Sutra and the dedication, and then 3 bows again. If you would join me in prostrations, please do, or you may accompany me with a deep dasho. Mr. K is here. He is receiving Jukai today. And all right, Nosho, if you're ready, I think we can begin.
Ready. The heart of the perfection of great wisdom, Sutra. Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, awakened one of compassion in Prajnaparamita, the deep practice of perfect wisdom, perceived the emptiness of all five conditions, and was free of suffering. O Shariputra, form is no other than emptiness. Emptiness no other than form. Form is precisely emptiness. Emptiness precisely form. Sensation, perception, formations and consciousness are also like this, O Shariputra. All things are expressions of emptiness, not born, not destroyed, not changed, not work, either waxing nor waning. Thus emptiness is not form, not sensation, nor perception, not formation, nor consciousness, no either, no tongue, body, mind, no sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, nor object of mind, no realm of sight, no realm of consciousness, no ignorance, no end to ignorance, no old age and death, no cessation of old age and death, no suffering, nor cause or end to suffering, no path, no wisdom, and no gainless bodhisattvas live this Prajnaparamita with no hindrance of mind, no hindrance, therefore no fear, far beyond all illusion. Nirvana is already here. Past, present, and future Buddha live this Prajnaparamita and realize supreme and complete enlightenment. Therefore know that Prajnaparamita is the sacred mantra, the luminous mantra, the supreme mantra, the incomparable mantra, by which all suffering is clear. This is no other than truth. Therefore set forth the Prajnaparamita mantra, set forth this mantra, and proclaim Gate, Gate, Paragate, Parasamgate, Bodhisoaka, Hanya Shinyo. Buddha nature pervades the whole universe, reality existing right here now. In reciting the heart of the perfection of great wisdom sutra, and in undertaking the precepts, we dedicate our sincere efforts to Shakyamuni Buddha Honored One, the historical Buddha and teacher, and to those ancestral teachers, Heihei Dogen Honored One, Soji Keizan Honored One, all successive honored ones up until Renpo Ni honored one and Budo Wafu honored one, and to all other honored ones throughout history, male and female honored ones, whose names have been forgotten or left unsaid. We also dedicate these efforts to the three treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, to all awakened ones and teachers in all places and times. We especially seek tranquility and well-being for all creatures now suffering or ill in health. May they be serene through all their ills. May their lives be at peace and wisdom pervade the darkness of ignorance. We dedicate our hopes and aspirations to all victims of war and violent and natural events, to the injured and to all families touched by these tragedies, to the healing of hatred in all countries and among all people, to the wisdom and compassion of our world leaders, to the peace of the world and harmony of all beings. Thus let the harmful effects of words, thoughts, and actions be dispelled, and compassion bloom in perpetual spring. May we all realize and live the enlightened way together. All Buddhas throughout space and time. All Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas, Mahaprajna, Paramita.
We will now begin our ceremony. You may remain standing in Shashu, or if you need, you can be seated. All right. We will now have a few minutes of Zazen. If you wish, you can be seated, please. Everyone, give me a wave if you can hear. I just want to check our sound. All right. Good. I will now ask you. I will now ask everyone to please bow 3 times to the image of Buddha you have selected. It reminds us of this sacred space. Would you please bow 3 times to the Buddha altar in your room? I will now commence our ceremony with a little water just to open the altar here a little bit. A little sprinkle with our leaf. We're tree leafers after all. And a little smoky incense. Hopefully this is going to make nice big smoke for us. Let's see. Sometimes, some years, I have trouble getting that lit. All right. Oh, yeah. Boy. Oh, the fire department. We are all set. I will now ask all of you to be standing in Shashu while I just say a few words about today's event. Boy, it has been a long to be learned, yet we keep moving forward, never finished, nowhere to go. But here we are. We studied precepts containing all precepts. And here we are. We've worked very, very hard for today. But I hope you realize that it's just the beginning, because applying the precepts, learning the Buddha way, is something we do every day. And then you can forget all about all these things. Tomorrow, the day after, there will be times when we can fall into anger. We can become greedy. We can say a nasty word about someone. We might steal something when no one's looking. We might imbibe alcohol to excess. Life is a constant series of temptations. Avoiding harm to ourselves and to others. Selves and others are not two, by the way. これから優しく生きていくんですね。10回はね、今日じゃなくて、明日、明後日、優しく生活すれば、あれは本当のこと。会の意味は毎日毎日。 Basho, and return to your place. Now at this point, you're going to prostrate or gasho 3 times to where I am sitting. This is not to me as a person. This is more like the judge when he walks into the courtroom and everybody. It's about the Buddhas and ancestors that I simply represent today. I just sit here in their place. You can forget all about me. But if you would, kindly offer 3 bows to the place where I sit. Now, if our spokesmen are here, if they would turn their microphones on, now's your big debut. We will have a vow, and I would like you to repeat after me. Let me see what happens here. Well, I need a spokesman. Hello? You are the spokesman. Very good. Repeat after me. Can you hear? Yeah. Life and death are of supreme importance. Life and death are of supreme importance. Hey, you got to put more soul, more spirit into it. Let's try that again. Okay. Swiftly passes by. Thus I wish to receive the great precepts of Gautama Buddha. Thus I wish to receive the great precepts of Gautama Buddha. Please permit me to receive the precepts. Please permit me to receive the precepts. Jinsei Mijikai. Kai. I am very glad you are asking to receive the precepts. Would you please prostrate 3 times in your place? One thing about these Zen ceremonies is you get a pretty good workout, I must say. I will now recite some words. These are traditional words spoken at Jukais from the through the centuries. I believe they are from, no, I know they. The great precepts of Gautama Buddha were kept by all Buddhas. They were transmitted from Buddha to Buddha, and they were received by ancestor after ancestor. The receiving of the precepts transcends the three kinds of time, past, and the precepts to Master Mahakashapa. Master Mahakashapa transmitted the precepts to Master Ananda, and it is said the transmission of the precepts has continued of our great teacher, Gautama Buddha, and to make you the standard for human beings and all life. We trust Buddha's to the heartedly. All right? All harmful acts, words, and thoughts ever committed by me since of old. All harmful words and thoughts ever committed by me since of old. Acts, words, and thoughts ever committed by me since of old. On account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance. On account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance. Born of my body, mouth, and mind. Born of my body, mouth, and mind. Now I atone for them. Now we have cleansed ourselves of the products of body, speech, and mind. With the approval of Gautama Buddha, all Buddhas and ancestors, we have gained great purity through our atonement. And so now, receive the precepts precisely. Thus first we undertake the three of the precepts. Please have your hands in dasha. Please repeat after me. You have, Mr. Spokesman, do you have this in front of you to read? Yes. Good. Respectful devotion to Buddha. Respectful devotion to Dharma. Respectful devotion to Sangha. Respectful devotion to Buddha. Dharma. Can this group hear me? Please bow 3 times. Would you give me a wave that you can hear? And then this just represents our traditional, in a traditional way, our connection. First eye, in a traditional way, touch it. Now I will hold it out to you. Please touch your leaf to mine. Is teachers. Never devote yourself to false teachings, harmful teachings, or the like. These precepts were retained by Buddhas of the past. They were transmitted by the ancestors. Now I give them to you. You should retain them sincerely. Spokesman, after I read each one, I'm going to ask you to affirm these. Number 1, to seek as you can in this body and life to avoid doing harm. This precept was retained by Buddhas of the past. It was to keep this precept now I bestow this upon you. Will you seek to keep this precept from now to the end of your life?
Yes, I will.
More oomph, Mr. Spokesman. Will you
Yes.
seek Number 3, to seek as you can in this body and life from ancestor to ancestor. Will you seek to keep this precept from now to the end of your life?
Yes, I will.
Will you seek to keep this precept?
Yes, I will.
You should do your best to keep these precepts. Please bow 3 times. Now, the 10 fun as you can in this body and life to refrain from the killing of life. Number 2, to seek as you can in this body and life to live in generosity and refrain from taking that which is not given. From misusing sexuality and all desire. You can in this body and life to refrain from false and malicious speech. Number 5, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from intoxication Number 7, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from praising oneself and judging others. Number 8, to refrain from stinginess in bestowing the Buddhist teachings and all precious things. Number 9, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from all anger. 10, to seek as you can in this body and life to refrain from disparaging the 3 treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. To keep these precepts from now to the end of your life.
Yes, I will.
Will you seek to keep these precepts? Final vow. These 16 Buddhist precepts are the 3 devotions, the 3 pure and universal precepts, and the 10 fundamental precepts. They were retained by Buddhas of the past. They were transmitted by ancestor to ancestor. Now I bestow them upon you. Will you seek to keep these precepts from now to the end of your life? Keep these precepts.
Yes, I will.
You should do your best to keep these precepts. Please bow 3 times. from its case. The Roxu I have here in my hands you are receiving. As I pass, I will ask you from me. Please receive your Roxu. Please receive it. Yes. Place it on your desk. Please repeat after me. Robe of liberation boundless.
Robe of liberation boundless.
Field beyond both form and formless.
Field beyond
Field beyond both form and formless.
Field beyond the form and formless.
Wearing the Tathagata's teachings. Liberation boundless.
Robe of liberation boundless.
Field beyond both form and formless.
Field beyond the form and formless.
Wearing the Tathagata's teachings.
Wearing the Tathagata's teachings.
Vowing to free all sentient beings. Your Rakusu. I know a few people have not received the silk as yet. It has been received. It is complete. I will make sure it gets to you, but have no fear that your Rakusu add a little. We're coming back. There we are. Can you, that group hear me? We had a little hiccup. Okay, good. All right. Now it will be. I have one here that represents the certificate that you all have received. Take it up now and hold it respectfully in your hands, on your palms, like so. Please receive your certificate. Please receive your certificate. Oh, okay. I will now recite the names of our recipients today. Anshu, the safe hand. Or hand sound source. Meishin, clear mind. Jukai, reverent, respectful body. Ansan, the peaceful mountain. Hotex, Dharma steel. That's not steel as in to rod, that steel is in iron steel. Onku, the warm, the subtle, wondrous wind. Meikyo, the clear teaching. Biko, the artful light, or beautiful artful light. Shoka, smiling flower. Daio, great tolerance. Medicine's needle. Joru, sympathy flow. Jushin, Jushin. Now you have received charts. Welcome to the family. Please bow 3 times. We will now have a portion of the ceremony where you take the place of where I was sitting, which also represents, of course, as we are here, you have to visualize this in your mind. But Mr. K, who is here, will sit for all of you. I will circle you, reciting a traditional chant. All teachers, all Buddhas and ancestors are circling around you. Watashi Moaru Toki, Buddha, Zenso, Mina Moatego. Please close your eyes, Mev. Please 3 times. And I intone the traditional words. say they are a child of Buddha. A person who receives the Buddhist precepts enters the state of Buddha at once. They stand in the same level as Gautama Buddha. We can say they are a child of Buddha. A person who receives the Buddhist precepts enters the state of Buddha at once. They stand in the same level as Gautama Buddha. We can say they are a child of Buddha. A person who receives the Buddhist precepts enters the state of Buddha at once. They stand at the same level as Gautama Buddha. We can say they are a child of Buddha. A person who receives the Buddhist precepts enters the state of Buddha at once. They stand at the same level as Gautama Buddha. We can say they are a child of Buddha. A person who receives the Buddha's precepts enters the state of Buddha at once. They stand at the same level as Gautama Buddha. We can say they are a child of Buddha. Now, please return to your place, and I will resume my place one more time. Please be standing in Gasho. We're coming to the close of our ceremony for today. I just want to say how joyous it was for me to be here. What we are doing is still, after all these years, I think this is the 6th or 7th time we've had such a Jukai. There are still little technological bumps and bruises. I like to remind you that there are always little bumps and bruises in life in many things. If there's anything that you did not hear today, if there is anything that was missing from the ceremony, listen again later, take it to heart. You heard it, you were present. There's nothing missing from today's ceremony. And if you have any questions, you properly took the precepts and received everything that was to be received. There's nothing missing, nothing lacking at all from today, I assure you. So now, please dasho 3 times to the image of Buddha in your room. Now, The ceremony is concluded. Let us live this life. Thank you all. Congratulations to everyone. Give us a wave before you go. Very good, very good. All right, we'll see you around the Sangha. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. K. That's all.